everybody. How are you all? Thank you for joining me. It's really great to have you all here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our first live for 2025. So welcome to your manifesting mind. What fun, hey? We are going to cover a lot today about manifestation, and you will get to understand how to manifest better than you ever have. So let's just cover a couple of basics. If you could see what goes on behind the scenes, I'm just going to let you into something. If you could see what goes on behind the scenes as we're coming up to 12 noon, you would love it. You would love it. The whole team is trying to get this up, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. It's a real technical feat. Anyway, thank you so much for all the comments. Somebody said, how is Rhonda going to answer these questions because the stream's going so fast? Don't worry. I've got a team here that are looking at all of the questions, and also a team in Australia, can you believe it? So we have two teams looking at all the questions. So let's just cover a couple of basics about the manifesting mind. How much is your mind manifesting without you knowing it? Probably somewhere between 50 and 100%, yikes, depending on how aware you are. When is your mind at its most powerful for manifestation? When you are happy, when you are grateful, loving, and first thing in the morning as you wake, before the mind kind of kicks in, and as you're just kind of falling asleep at night. Those are the most powerful times for manifestation. Is it possible to use your manifesting mind to live your best life? It is even an understatement to say your best life, because using your mind to manifest to its fullest will provide you with a life that is way beyond what you can even imagine is possible for you. Your mind is constantly manifesting while you are thinking. When you have a thought, you are manifesting something. The mind is a manifesting machine with its constant stream of thoughts. Using this powerful tool to improve your life so you are living a life beyond your wildest dreams is possible for you, and it's possible for everyone. But it requires discipline on your part to make sure you are thinking good thoughts, positive thoughts, which are thoughts of what you want. And it is imperative that we stop ourselves from indulging in bad thoughts, negative thoughts, which are thoughts that none of us want. Manifesting what you want is all about mental discipline. You must become aware of your thoughts. Become aware of the words coming out of your mouth. You might find it easier to start with becoming aware of what you're feeling first. So I would say, if you're just kind of starting off at this, notice how you're feeling, okay? That would be the basic level. Then notice the words that you speak, because usually when we're in conversation with somebody, that is when everything can turn negative and we start to talk about what we don't want. So words would be the next level, and then thoughts. And if you've tackled those bottom two, you should find your mind getting quieter. Do feelings affect manifestation? You bet your bippy. Yes. Thought comes first, it causes your feelings, and then your feelings provide the impetus for the thought to manifest. It's like your feelings are sort of like an accelerator. Your thoughts will manifest on their own, that they'll be a lot slower, but put a whole lot of feeling behind it, and then you have a lot of impetus for the thought to manifest. So fear pulls what you're fearful about toward you. All negative feelings attract more. Worry brings more things to worry about. Anger brings more things to get angry about. Impatience brings more impatient circumstances. I can tell you that the universe has an unlimited amount of people, circumstances, and events to match your feelings. So feelings and thoughts both come from the mind. But remember, it is your thoughts that cause your feelings. You can't have a feeling of anger unless you thought your way there. You can't have a feeling of sadness unless you thought your way there. We exist in a mental universe. Everything is mind. Traditional science is yet to discover this, but the truth of this has been known for thousands of years. When you can fully grasp that the universe is mental, then you will realize the dominion and power you have over your life and over the circumstances in your life. Your direct path to this mental universe is ours, is your mind. Your mind influences our mental universe. Your mind moves atoms. You have full access to this mental universe without any limits whatsoever. We underestimate our power constantly. Let me give you an example. The people affected by the LA fires and also the people in North Carolina, they need our good thoughts, thoughts of what we want for them. And that is that they will recover quickly, that they will find the perfect temporary housing, that they will rebuild or move and end up happier than ever, that they will soon find joy and laughter in the simplest of things, and that they will receive all the support they need, and that the Pacific Palisades and Eaton fire areas will end up being more beautiful than ever. Let's send all of those facing difficulty thoughts of love, strength, power, fortitude, a life filled with goodness and happiness, no matter where they are now. These thoughts will manifest. These thoughts will help them. They will help the world and they will help you too. And for anybody who's not feeling well, I have a girlfriend in Manchester with a virus. She has not been feeling well for days and days. I'm sending her, Elaine, I'm sending you all of my love. But anybody else out there who's just battling viruses or feeling unwell or any kind of thing where you're laid out on the couch or you're just not feeling yourself, we send you, and I in particular send you, thoughts of perfect health. Okay, so now for questions. Thanks so much for sending in questions to everybody, and thank you for all of the questions that you're writing. We received hundreds of questions, and I can't answer all of them, but I can assure you that by the law of attraction, you will hear the answer to your question. So you've got to pay attention, right? Okay, so Lizanne from California says, my main ask is a huge financial breakthrough. I've battled all the negativity in my brain. I don't know what I'm doing wrong since I haven't received it yet. Now, so I'm not sure from your question, Lizanne, if you are actually asking for a huge financial breakthrough in those words. If you're asking for that in those words, it's way too vague. Perhaps you've been more specific, but if not, be more specific. Say the amount of money you want. And secondly, if you've battled the negativity in your brain, it's not your brain, it's your mind, then you are not on top of it. You can't go to battle with negative thoughts and eliminate them. You just empower them. You have to either ignore them or train your mind to focus mainly on positive thoughts. And this is where we come down to mental discipline. And you know what, guys, I'm going to beat the drum a bit of mental discipline. A bit later on, I'm going to talk to you about how the kinds of things that you can do. But truly, every single person that has written in a question, I can say to every single one of you that you need the mental discipline. And I know what I did when I first discovered the secret. And you're going to need to do it too if you want an absolute total change of life, it's worth it. So, Rose from Dunhuan, where I have no idea where that is, Rose. She says, my creation of my thoughts will inevitably be affected by the negative emotions of my family. What should I do? For a start, don't say inevitably, because your question is commanding to Jeannie that this is what you want to happen. So it's not inevitable. It truly isn't. And I'm going to tell you why it isn't inevitable. Your thoughts being affected by the negative emotions of your family will happen only if you say that is so. Whatever you say, your wish is my command. So whatever you say will be your experience. Do you know what, Rose? You could affirm to yourself over and over that any negative emotions around you always lift you higher and higher. And if you believed it, they would. In the meantime, until you've mastered that, do your best to just remove yourself from your family at those times until you get yourself back to feeling good. Go for a walk or go to your room, or law of attraction. When you get yourself to feeling really good, law of attraction will not put you and any member of your family who's being negative together unless you're on the same frequency. So get yourself onto a higher frequency of happiness, and then you will experience a different side of your family. Either they won't be around when you're around, or they'll be in a better mood matching your frequency. We have a question from, I don't know who it's from, but it's from America. How does one tap into the infinite wisdom of the universe for guidance? How does one tap into the infinite wisdom of the universe? How can one ask the universe for guidance when we're torn between two decisions and we want to make the right choice? So you can't tap into the infinite wisdom of the universe when you're getting in the way by thinking that it's you who has to make the decision and the right choice. If you think it's you, the law of attraction will ensure that you have to make that decision alone. Infinite intelligence definitely knows the right way to go in every single circumstance of your life. But you have to surrender your ideas and hand it over to the universe completely.
Yeah, it won't feed.
Amy, this is great. We're just getting everybody back on board. Our camera overheated. You know what? That's because what we're talking about is so hot.
Someone says it got too hot with all that gratitude coming
It
in.
did. Got too hot with all that gratitude. Good for you. Yeah, it just got too hot. So I don't know if we're fully back yet.
We are.
We are fully back.
There you go.
People can hear. Have you got me,
Sound is back.
guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. We've resolved it. So let me just go back a little bit. So just with, I think we sort of dropped out with this question that you can't tap into the infinite wisdom of the universe when you're getting in the way by thinking that you're the one who has to make the decision and you're the one who has to make all the choices. You know what? I never do that. I always ask, and this is what I do. Just so that you will get the answer that you need. Infinite intelligence knows the right way for you, for everyone, in every single circumstance. But you have to surrender and give in your ideas and hand it over to the universe. So ask, and ask to make it crystal clear, and wait. So I will ask a question and I will say, make it crystal clear to me so I won't miss it. Make it absolutely crystal clear so I have no doubt whatsoever. Then, you know what? You will receive the answer and you'll realize that it was never you who had to make the decision. Now we're going to go from the United States all the way to France. Madeline from France asks, I manifest the outcomes I want for my health easily. Well done. And when it comes to money, my faith is sometimes wavering. How can I use my mind to fully believe that I can manifest any amount of money? You know, it's interesting because health and money often go together. So if you're really good at manifesting health, you're often good at manifesting money too. But Madeline, look, I would start with like €100 or even smaller. And when that manifests, increase it to say €200. In other words, start really small and build as you go. If you do this, you will get to see firsthand that you can manifest any amount of money, and then you will fully believe. Also, you will remember how you felt when you were wanting to manifest the small amount of money. And then you'll be able to duplicate that kind of effortless, easy, I can ask for anything and it just comes to me kind of feeling, right? It's just your belief that needs strengthening. Kia from Malaysia, gosh, we're traveling all around the world. In The Secret, it's mentioned to keep thinking of what you want in order to manifest it. Whereas in The Greatest Secret, it's mentioned to let go and stay in awareness. Which one do we follow? So, Kia, follow the one that feels best for you in the moment. But remember with The Secret, if you keep thinking about what you want, you must only think about it as if you already have it. And I feel that this is something that trips everyone up. So you have to, it's no good thinking about it as though I want this. You have to think about it as though you have this, okay? For everybody. You won't manifest otherwise. You have to have it already. The universe has to see the vacuum. So now, staying in awareness is super powerful because when you're in awareness, you have no resistance. You're totally present. You are completely happy. You are not thinking any contradictory thoughts. And so it's the perfect state of being for manifestation. When you're in awareness, an effortless thought manifests, boom, just like that. But let me tell you that if you don't feel happy when you're in awareness, you are not in awareness. Okay? So then go back to the secret method. I remember when I was practicing being aware, and this teacher said, if you are not happy, then you're not in awareness. And I went, oh, no, because I did not feel that happiness. You know, I felt okay. He said, you should be filled with happiness. And now for awareness, there's just joy that travels all through my body. So yeah, you need to feel happy. Even if it's just like a little, oh, I can feel a little bit of happiness. Also, Kira's asked, how important and powerful is gratitude and manifestation? Okay, let me answer it this way. When we were in production on The Secret film, right, so The Secret had not been released anywhere, I did 15 minutes of gratitude every morning for 2 years. And look what happened with The Secret. It wasn't the only thing I did, but it played a huge part. And honestly, I do not believe what did happen with The Secret could have happened had I not done that. I had to be in gratitude and that kind of no resistance, because gratitude gets rid of resistance. Samira from Dubai, wow, really are all over the world. My question is, when visualizing a specific amount of money, do you need to also visualize how and where you plan to spend or utilize these funds? Is it better to ask for X $1 million idea? Guys, this is like the in and out love affair I'm having with you guys. What's going on here? Oh my gosh. Universe, quit it. So, Samira wanted to know whether she should also visualize and plan on spending and utilizing the money, or is it better to ask for X $1 million idea instead of for the X $1 million? You know, in truth, you only need to visualize yourself with the money, and it's your choice if you want a multi-million-dollar idea or the $1 million. However, sometimes we can believe it more if we visualize ourselves with all the material things the money will buy. The universe will always choose the fastest way to deliver based on your beliefs. So, do you believe you have to work hard for money? Do you find it hard to believe that out of the blue you could receive $1 million just like that today, this afternoon? Because you need to make sure you don't have any beliefs that contradict what you want. So if you do feel, if you do have those beliefs, you're better to choose the softer way and imagine yourself with all of the things that the money's buying. You can tell. And this is what, oh no, guys. Oh dear me. We have a camera that is really, really heating up and shutting down. And the time is getting shorter and shorter for this happening. And so for us to continue like this, it'll be super annoying for all of you. It's just going to keep dropping out. And then I don't want to say that because I don't want to create it. But anyway, I'm being told that it's getting shorter. And I don't even want to say it's getting shorter. It's getting longer. But thank you for being here, and I'm really, really sorry about this. We will make it up to you. We really will. We'll come back with manifesting, you know, because I think most of you want that. Someone get a fan. Someone get a fan. Oh, I'm so sorry. I want to be with all of you. I've been so looking forward to this. But I better go while we still have the camera working.
Just do sound, someone asks.
I want to send. We can't just do the sound on its own. Otherwise, I would, for sure. I want to thank you so much. I'm sorry it was a bit bumpy. We will sort this out and get a new camera, or, you know, we're probably going to take the camera outside and all jump on it. You know, that's what I'm thinking. We're going to love the camera. Okay, we're going to love it. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. My deepest apologies for this technical hitch. And I'm going to see you again really, really soon, okay? Bye, everyone. Mwah. Bye. Thank you for joining the Secret Live Q&A. We are so grateful for your support. For even more life-changing content on the power of manifestation, make sure to subscribe to the Secret YouTube channel and connect with us on your favourite social media platform. Ready to dive deeper into the secret teachings? Visit us at thesecret.tv to explore further. May the joy be with you.